Hello, everyone. Hey, guys and dolls. I want to thank you all so much for tuning into Evon Latrail's podcast. And I am definitely the host, Evon Latrail. Essie is not here with me today for this Monday Madness show. Okay, so I'm trying to actually get my thoughts together. So I'm kind of thrown off a little bit, only because. So I was going to do a show today earlier, and Blog Talk Radio was acting up. So because of that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I can log into Riverside Studio and get the party started. Okay, so let me think for a moment. Okay, so today's show is called Stop Robbing and Stealing and Get Your Ass a Job. Stop robbing and stealing and get your ass a job. Okay, so now let me think for a moment. Okay, so I normally tell you guys that if you want to call in live, you could call the studio, the Blog Talk studio. That's 563-999-3548. But I'm not using that particular studio, so you guys can't call there. Okay, with Riverside, I would have to send out a link. So I'm actually trying to get used to this right here. So when I do have issues with Blog Talk, like I did today, they're having some type of technical issues or whatever. So I'm on Riverside right now. Okay, so now with that being said, said being that, you guys can still contact Evon Latrail's podcast. We have a Dade and Broward number. You guys can send us a text at, let me give you guys the number, 305-204-3371. That's our Miami number. Again, that number is 305-204-3371. Or you guys can call or text us at area code 954-886-3543. Again, that number is 954-886-3543. And I know it kind of sounds like I'm smacking a little bit. It's because I just ate some chocolate ice cream. It's so good. Like, my addiction is chocolate. Oh my gosh, I have a weakness for chocolate. Oh my gosh. And I did a little working out today, but not much. Like, today was like, I was just thrown off today. So it was one of those days. So I didn't really get, to do my normal routine on Mondays. So tomorrow I will be back on it. On Tuesday, I will be back on it. I will be working out. And yeah, so that's it. So Friday that just passed, I want to say happy birthday to my beautiful niece, Crystal. She just turned 30, the dirty 30s. So we had a sleepover at my sister's. I helped my sister on Friday get everything together. So my niece asked me if I could make some hibachi rice, some shrimp hibachi rice. So I made the shrimp hibachi rice. And I want to thank everyone who participated. Markeisha, thank you. She made two different kind of wings, some hot wings, and I think the other wings were like honey barbecue or something. And she brought all kind of drinks, and we had a really good time. We hung out by the pool, but first I was watching a movie inside, and then I dozed off, and then like after 12 midnight or 1 a.m. I went outside to join everybody and sit and talk by the pool. Then we had breakfast in the morning. So we had a great time on Friday. I really had a great time. I really enjoyed my family, my sister. And yeah, so my niece and her friends and whatever. But yeah, so we had a great time, and again I just want to say happy birthday to Crystal and Kanasia. So I have another niece, Kanasia, and her and Crystal have the same birthday. So happy birthday to both of them. And then last week, wait, yeah, was that last week I told you guys about the surprise party that we had for my mom? I believe I did. So I'm so happy that that is behind me. If you did not hear about it, then you guys can check out the last episode that I did, which I believe it was on a Sunday. So it's been so much family things going on that, oh my gosh, it was just like so much. So I'm trying to get back on schedule. So SC and I, we will probably be back to our normal schedule. I think maybe next Tuesday or the Tuesday after that, but it might be next Tuesday because I did talk to SC a few days ago. I think that was Sunday when I spoke with him. So he's really doing his show. I think he just dropped season 2 of his show, and then he have like so many people that he's trying to bring to my show. Well, he's just letting me know who all is coming on the show because he's still the co-host of this show. But I did tell him to take as much time as he need with his show because I've been doing this for a while. So it's totally understandable. And then like some days it's just like so hard to record. It's like, and it's not that it's hard to record. It's just like when you have so much going on and you're doing this and you're doing that, or you just having one of those days where you just want to talk on the phone and binge watch and watch some good movies or a good television show. It's like, oh my gosh, like I know I need to do an episode, but like I don't want to do an episode. So I have those days often. Well, I actually been having them, quite often lately. And then for those of you that may have missed the last episode, which I think it was on a Sunday, I did talk about my oldest sister. She lost her husband. So, we had to plan the funeral. And well, I mean, I didn't have to plan the funeral. I had to attend the funeral. But before before my brother-in-law had passed, we were already planning my mom's party, and then the party had got put on pause for a second, and then so everything is back to the norm. But like I said, I just have those days where it's like, oh my gosh, whatever. But again, guys, so don't forget Yvonne Latrell's podcast. You guys can always call or text us at our Miami or Broward County phone number. And again, I'm just going to give you those numbers. So if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, if you guys want to advertise with us, or if you guys want to sign up for our dating show, you guys can contact us at any of these two numbers, 305-204-3371. Again, our number is 305-204-3371, or you guys can always reach us at 954-886-3543. Again, that number is 954-886-3543. And we ask that, you guys keep it professional and do not play any games on the phone or whatever. Also, guys, I wanted to say, if you guys get a call from like a out of country number like Italy, Rome, or whatever, do not answer that call. It's someone that's trying to do some type of hacking or whatever. Again, if it's an out of country number, do not answer it. So if they try to call you on WhatsApp app, or if they get your phone number or whatever, like, these scammers or hackers have to be stopped. So like, just contact the authorities or whatever, give them the number or whatever if someone is trying to call you from one of those numbers and you're not expecting anyone. So, it's just a heads up, we have to stick together, we have to do the right thing. And that's why I am doing a show about robbing and stealing. I've done one before, so I'm going to do it again because it's just so crazy out here. And I don't want to forget anything. I like I said, I was trying to do the show earlier, so I got thrown off. So if I seem like, all over the place, please forgive me. Um, okay, so let me just do some advertisements and just at least get the advertisements out the way. So tax season is over, but if you guys did not get to file your taxes, or if you have any tax questions, you guys can contact Noah because he was still doing some last minute taxes. So, oh my gosh, let's see. You guys can contact Noah, www.taxresourcecenter.net. Again, that's www.taxresourcecenter.net. You guys can leave a message or whatever. He will definitely get back with you. And please let him know that you were referred by Evon Latrail's podcast. Also, if you are in the Broward County area and you are looking for a mobile notary, you guys can contact Williams and Williams. They have a phone number, and you guys can contact them at 954-579-9180. Again, their number is 954-579-9180, and that's Williams and Williams. Please let them know as well that you were referred by Evon Latrail's podcast. And D. Saunders. He has a book on Amazon. It's called The Bait and Switch. Guys, thank you so much for looking out and supporting his book. Again, it's D. Saunders. His book is called The Bait and Switch, and it's available on Amazon.com. And let's see. Okay, so if you are having issues with air conditioning and plumbing, there is a company. It's called ATC. They are called ATC, and you guys can check them out. www.atcair.com. Again, that's www.atcair.com. Okay, so that's all of the advertisements that I have for today. And let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to get into the show. It's not going to be a long show today, but okay, so robbing and stealing. So I was telling you guys that, it's just ridiculous that these bums and thugs are out here robbing people, or just trying to set people up to get robbed and all that kind of stuff like that, or whatever. So 3 men are facing attempted murder charges after police say they were the perpetrators behind a robbery turned shootout in Miami's Wynwood neighborhood over the weekend. So these are 3 young guys, and they are being they are facing attempted murder charges. And that's so good for them, because I had just said that these people need to be charged with attempted murder. If anyone points a gun to you, they should be charged with attempted murder. So that right there was just like in my random news that I had wanted to talk about. And also, there was an employee at a cell phone store in Northeast Miami-Dade that was conned out of cash by a clever criminal customer. She asked to use the victim's phone. So Here's the thing, and this is not the only incident like that. There was a guy that was basically doing the same thing. So if anyone asks to use your phone, I don't care who it is, I don't care what they want, do not let them hold your phone. Like if it's an emergency and they need you to call the police or whatever, that's one thing, but do not let anyone hold your phone. Don't feel sorry for them, because these people are asking to borrow people's phone just so they can go in your Cash App. They look for your Cash App, and then they send money to themselves or other people. Me personally, even though I do have Cash App and Zelle or whatever, I have a code on my phone. So even if I do send money to someone, before that money is sent, it's going to require the code. So that's what you guys can think about doing. That's what you guys and dolls should be doing. Put a code on your phone. And so in the event that someone tries to use your phone and try to use your Cash App to send money, it's going to ask them for a code, a PIN code. So just put a PIN on all of your things. And it's so sad, that hey, this is where we are, but this is exactly where we are. We have to be so careful. We cannot trust people. People are people are just so evil. I just don't understand. Like, people are so evil, then they do all these evil things. Then when you treat them a certain way, then all of a sudden, then you're the bad guy. You get what I'm saying? Then you're the bad person when, hey, you started it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't treat people evil and then expect them to, treat you some type of a way. I don't know, but like, you just have to be careful out here. You just really have to be careful out here with these evil people, these crazy psychotic people. And before I start with the robbing and the stealing, I want to say, if you haven't heard, airlines will now be required. I know this is off topic, but airlines will now be required to give automatic cash refunds for canceled and delayed flights. And I feel like they should have been doing this. Like, oh my gosh, this is like oh my gosh, this is like so past due. This should have been done years ago. But either way, they're doing it now, so we should just be grateful for that. Okay. And guys and dolls, please forgive me, because it's like I still feel like I'm smacking because like I'm doing this, but my mouth is so chocolatey. And I just said, let me hurry up and do this show real quick. And I just put down my bowl of ice cream. I want another bowl. Oh. So, okay, yeah. So this is how I feel about robbing and stealing. I just feel like, getting into the topic, people need to stop robbing and stealing and get their ass a job. So if you do not have a job and you hear this, you need to get your ass a job. If you are a person that is out here robbing and stealing and plotting on people, get your ass a job. There are so many young people that want to plot on a bank, gas station, or a hardworking person when they need to be plotting on an application. If you are a young person and you're plotting on somebody, you better be plotting on an application, unless you're going to spend the rest of your damn life in prison. And I feel like the laws need to change in every state when it comes to armed robbery. I do feel like pointing a gun at someone because you want their money, their car, or their jewelry should be attempted murder slash robbery. It shouldn't just be a charge for robbery. It should always be a charge for attempted murder as well when these people pull out a gun. It doesn't matter whether they pull a trigger or not. The minute you pull out that gun, that's attempted murder. people have given up their jewelry and they have still lost their lives because these sorry ass, bum ass motherfuckers won't get a job. And excuse my language, I said that I was not going to be cursing, and I'm definitely trying to work on my language. But like, it's so sad that you have hardworking people out here, and there's these bum ass, thug ass, low life, sorry ass men, because it's mainly men. I don't know too many women that I don't know of any women that go around doing robbery. But regardless, man, woman, whatever, get a goddamn job. You know, it's crazy, they think plotting on hardworking people is a job. That's not a job. I have said it plenty of times before. If you know something, say something when it comes to crime. When it comes to crime, especially murder. But just say something regardless. I do not care if it's a family member or if it's a friend. If it happens to you, you would want someone to say something. You would want someone to turn that person in. If any family member of mine go around robbing people and I know about it, they are going to prison. They're going to jail. These people are just like really sick in the head. And I really mean it. If I see a family member robbing a stranger, I'm going to take sides with the stranger, because I would hope a stranger do the same thing for me if it was their family that was trying to rob me. So trust me, if a family member of mine is robbing a stranger, they ass is their ass is going to jail, and I mean that. I really mean it. Because it's not about family when you are doing an act of evil. Matter of fact, don't even claim me and say that we are family. My loyalty, my loyalty, my loyalty is to anyone that is spreading love and kindness and peace. But evil and all this wicked stuff, no way. I'm not loyal to that. And I don't care what anyone says, like, oh, you know, oh, that's how she feel about her family member. No, I love family, but you're not no family of mine if you're going around doing evil. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to be loyal when it comes to wicked and evil. So, right is right, wrong is wrong. You guys, if you hear this and you're not working, you guys need to get a job. This is so important. And I've said this before also. If you have a young child, if you have young teenagers in the house, make sure you know their mental state. Make sure you are not raising a criminal. Make sure you are a great role model yourself. Tap their phones if you have to. Put a recording device in their rooms if you suspect something. Listen in on their conversations with their friends, just so you can know, okay, uh, his friends is crazy or he is crazy. Your child might be the one that's trying to get the friends to do something. But, whether it's your child that's trying to get their friends to rob somebody, or if their friends are trying to get your child to rob somebody, you have to know for a fact what's going on. You have to know what type of friends your kids hang around. So before you shake your head on a criminal that has made the news, make sure your child is not the next topic on the news. It's really serious out here, so a, a lot of you are like just overlooking that your child is a thug, or your child does not have anything going on, any type of future. we just have to do better as a community. We do have to stick together, and it's not about judging anyone, but if you have a child that's lost, if you have a family member that's just lost out in the world, and I don't mean like lost like missing. If they're just lost, help them find out what's going on with them. Make sure that their mind is not on doing any evil acts. It's really a sick society out here. And I don't know, this world it's getting worse. And oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but just get a job. Get a job. And if you don't have a job, try to sign up with an agency, ask someone about getting yourself a job. Make sure that you are looking presentable. Also, that's another thing. You can't get a job if you're looking any kind of way. If you're going around looking like a bum, acting like a bum, people are going to treat you like a bum. So if you don't have to look like a bum, then don't look like a bum. And like, I don't know what it is with these guys with their pants hanging down and they're showing their underwear. I don't know who said anything like, I don't know if you think that makes you look like a gangster. You don't look like a gangster when your pants is hanging down. You definitely do not look like a gangster. You definitely look like a bum. So that's not a style. That is not a style. I'm just letting you know right now, for anybody out there that's walking around with their pants hanging down. That is not a style. You're tacky and you look like a bum. You should be embarrassed of yourself. Men do not dress like that. So it's okay to be a leader, be a role model. We need more of that out here. So if you have any friends out there that's call themselves out here thugging or whatever, just you got to let them go. You don't have to hang around people that's not doing anything for themselves. So anyways, guys and dolls, I definitely apologize. I'm just going to keep it short because I'm just going to keep it short. I said what I had to say. Get a job, get a job, get a job. And that does it for now. And stay tuned for our next episode. Good night, everybody.